I still can't believe this story is real, and I posted it last night to Fandom Pulse, which is my Substack, guys, where I'm reporting the news, writing articles. Definitely get in on this. We are building a wonderful entertainment journalism platform right here, which is awesome. And it's just crazy. They literally fell for a Nigerian prince scam at SFWA. That is what this is. And we'll get into the whole grift of this guy has been incredible, absolutely incredible. And he's gone completely silent on X. He's just not posted anything since this came out. And it couldn't happen to a nicer organization. My gosh. We'll get into the news in just a moment. My name is John Delarose, the most trusted name in science fiction fandom because, we don't scam you. We just actually write our own books, write our own articles here. It's the real deal, and I appreciate you being here. So please smash the like and subscribe button. Join us and join our community. It's a wonderful, wonderful group. And actually, I think we're a bigger group than SFWA now. I was telling my Discord this morning that I think we got double the active members as SFWA, which is pretty wild. And thank you for being there, guys. It is great. I love surrounding myself with real readers. And if you've not checked out my books, I would love for you to come in and grab The Stars Entwined. This is my Arroz War series. It's a space opera series, military science fiction, a spy thriller in space about a man who has to go in and embed himself on an alien starship in the middle of a war to try to bring back information to humanity so that they don't die. Pretty simple, but a lot of fun. And it builds up. I built this really cool world that really opens up and builds over the 3 books in this trilogy. And I just finished a new book, which is going to spin out of this space exploration sort of thing, because that's what I love. I love exploring space, strange new worlds, seeking out new life. Oh, I should not use that exact line. Strange. Let's call them weird novel worlds. All right. And so grab this. It's in the description below and hit the whole trilogy. It's on ebook, print, and audio. Now, I know it's not the best pitch, but I'm just having too much fun this morning, so I'm just in a funny mood, and I appreciate you guys for reading. And so, yes, SFWA board member and World Fantasy Award-winning Nigerian author caught stealing a white woman's story. You can't make this stuff up, guys. Another SFWA scandal erupts in science fiction and fantasy writing with black author Ogenchowvi Donald Ekpeki accused of stealing a story from a white woman. Yes, like I said, this is wild. So this guy has been propped up by SFWA, the Hugo Awards, the World Fantasy Awards, the NAACP. This guy has been like grifting off of this circuit for years. All because they want to have like these own African voices stories. There's a whole subset of science fiction, if you don't know, called Afrofuturism. I'm serious, like where they just try to make it a race thing in the fiction. There's a lady named N.K. Jemisin who actually came out with a book called "Why Is There No Black Future Month?" And then they all golf clap for it. These white ladies in SFWA. Because they're racist, and this is what it is. It's pure racism. These people get ahead because of racism. They get ahead because people want to prefer a skin color, which is this guy's skin color, over somebody else's. That is what the word is. It is racism, and people need to be aware of that. And this is what the science fiction publishing establishment's become over the last several years. These people get jobs just because they're black. They get contracts just because they're black. There's a whole grift structure involved in like the awards. There's a whole grift structure involved in what's called sensitivity readers, where it's like if you have a black character and you're a white author, you have to like have a black person read the book and sign off on the character that they're quote authentic, because all these characters fit cookie cutter descriptions that have to be vetted by somebody with the skin color. It's ridiculous. And it stifles creativity like none other, and that's why the establishment science fiction publishing is dying. Now, like I said, this guy has been nominated for multiple Hugo Awards, he won a World Fantasy Award, writes a bunch of short fiction, and doesn't actually make any money in the genre because none of these people do. All these award-winning short fictions are just like a circle jerk. It's a grift. And they give each other awards. They then speak at different conferences and go on a speaker circuit. And he's used this to build GoFundMes. And so what happens every time he gets nominated for an award, he does one of these GoFundMes, which is for travel expenses or whatever. Raises like $5,000 on each of them. He's raised over $15,000 from just chumps and SFWA and the like. And the organizer is Jason Sanford. Now, Jason Sanford is a blogger who just got kind of famous for attacking Bain Books. And he attacked them over January the 6th, of course, tried to make Bain Books into some right-wing, conspiracy sort of thing, which SFWA and these people love, right? And so he got popular through that, built up a Patreon, total hack writer, and a total disingenuous person. This guy, again, raised over $15,000 for this grifters awards trips and things like that. Now he's out there distancing himself from him. He just wrote a Patreon blog saying, I'm shocked and appalled by this guy's behavior. Yeah, you guys propped up this kind of thing all because of skin color, all because of race, not because of any kind of actual talent or anything like that, and now you're reaping the benefits. So what happened here? His clout as a black short fiction author eventually landed him a position on the Science Fiction and Fantasy Writers Association's board as a board member at large, as you call it, director at large. SFWA has been under fire these last few months, with multiple board members stepping down amid a scandal involving disabled employee who complained about accessibility and was ignored by the board, President Jeffy Kennedy. As SFWA records its election for a new president, a new scandal has broken out with a Nigerian board member. And on October 27th, SFWA reported they removed this guy, Ekpeki, as a board member due to multiple ethics complaints surrounding the African author. These allegations were listed by Locus Magazine, posting the full text from the author named Aaron Cairns, who I've pictured right here, alleging that this black author stole a story from her. You can't make this stuff up, guys, like I said. And this is crazy. I'm going to summarize this for you so you don't have to read it. But you can go to my Phantom Polls and grab this link if you want. It's 78 pages long, and that's why it's taking so long to load once I've clicked on this. You can go through here. She tells her story over the first, I'd say, 9 pages here, but then she provides screenshots of all of her interactions with him over years, where this guy was like grifting off of her. And so I don't know what the original DMs were about and all that, but you could see like, I don't know, she's sending pictures, he's sending hearts back, and very weird stuff. This is typical. Don't DM women on the internet. It's my advice to young male authors out there. And so you could see right here, he did it immediately. Like, she said, "Here, sorry, I haven't checked my other Twitter in a long while." After he's messaged her, "Oh, hey, hi, I've been a while. How are you?" And he says he was suspended. And says Twitter doesn't like people who aren't rich, white old men who evade tax, talking about serious issues strongly. So he's pretending to be a victim in this whole grift right here immediately as he gets her lured in and feeling safe, right? And eventually he asks her to co-write a story with him, is the long story short here. And so she actually does write a story, and she actually writes the whole story. And he gives her critiques on the story, as an African man with an authentic voice. And tells her, and by the way, she's African as well. So that this is the most ironic part about it. But he starts like gaslighting her about how she can't write authentic voices because her skin color's wrong, even though she's African also. And so he goes through and he like changes the names of some of the characters. I guess he changes them to like Tyrone and Deshaun, and I don't know, authentic African names, right? and then tells her that he's going to submit them to magazines as a co-written story by them, even though he didn't write it, which she was okay with as a co-written story. So she checks in over months. He says that editors have not liked it, kind of, again, gaslights her about her abilities as a writer. And then it turns out he submitted this anthology to like a Black Voices sort of magazine. And and so since he's, the leading Black voice in science fiction or whatever the heck it is, he then got accepted. The one problem here is he filed her name off of the title, changed the title so like it looked like his own, and just submitted it as his story, even though she wrote it. And eventually, I guess it got published, and they had some back and forths where he offered to pay her like behind the scenes, and she just felt scared because this guy had such clout within these groups that she didn't want to say anything because she thought she'd get attacked for being racist or whatever, right? And she would. This is the problem. Like, I mean, these people like do have this clout, and it is all race based. Like I said, these people are a bunch of racists in there. As much as they call you racist bigots and all that, it's all projection, guys. That's what SJWs are. And so they would happily destroy a white woman to prop up a black guy. That's part of the diversity grift, right? And so she was very scared. So she had to like document this stuff for a long, long time before finally submitting that ethics complaint to SFWA. And the guy was on the board over there, like I said, just gained a tremendous clout through this organization. And they found it, and they said there's multiple ethics complaints on their blog there. So I guess she's not the only one, which is interesting. And it makes you wonder, like, all of these awards that he won, did he actually write any of these stories? Or was it all a grift? Did he just email a bunch of these ladies and be like, hello, I am a Nigerian prince. If you just leave your bank account number, I can get my inheritance. And also write me a short story, and we will call it co-written together. You can't make this stuff up, like I said. So funny. And so here's SFWA's deal. The board met to discuss multiple ethics complaints regarding this director at large after hearing statements from various parties involved. So this means there's more. This means this guy's entire career has been a fraud, and these people propped him up, gave him awards, all because of race. This is what SJWs do. This is how they destroy something like a science fiction short story market, because it's all fake. Nobody's actually reading this stuff. Nobody actually likes these stories. It's a clout structure 100%, and this just shows it. So they removed him, and then they said the board will not be answering questions on this matter to protect the privacy of the individuals involved. So they try to sweep it under the rug. We're just getting rid of this, big sweeping right there. And like I said, Jason Sanford then turned on him, writing his own article about it on his Patreon, and the rest is history. So this guy propped up, grifted GoFundMes through Jason Sanford, grifted through SFWA, and didn't even write his own stories. So funny. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. This is the wildest thing I've ever seen. Hit the like and subscribe button, and please, guys, I actually did write my own science fiction, and people love it. I don't get awards from SFWA because we're blacklisted, of course, but it's better than anything any of those people ever come out with, and I guarantee it. You'll have a lot of fun with this series, especially if you go all the way through the trilogy. Thank you so much, and like I said, it's all available on audiobook in the description below. And yes, we'll be back soon, my friends. So watch out for Nigerian scammers.